when you stay with a man, there's something they call see finish.
Wow.
Yeah, and it happens to ladies a lot of times. My boyfriend cannot say, "Oh, this girl see finish," but I can actually say see finish based on some things,
Why?
and
Why can't a guy see a girl and say?
He might
finish?
not rub it, but guys rub it on our face. That's what I'm just saying.
Okay, guys do rub it. Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so, especially when every time it has to be sex all the time.
Hello, beautiful people. How are you all doing? Welcome to another exciting episode of Hot Takes. My name is Rachel Isaac. For those who don't know what the show is about, we basically give you our take on any topical issue and we give it to you hot. So today I'll be hosting this session and you already know that I am never going to be alone. And we have very, very interesting guests with us today. This one is not a guest. The first guy is not a guest. Yes, but why the guests are very interesting is because of your name. So to my right, the lady, her name is Rachel or Dion. And to my left, we have our regular, or Dion Bello. So I was saying to them earlier before we came on the show that should they get married, Rachel would not have to change her last name.
No.
How cool is that?
But
You're not Rachel. You're not Rachel. Please, let us introduce our guests first. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, join me as a welcome to the show today, Rachel or Dion. My name's Sig.
Thank you.
That has my colleague's namesake.
Oh, please.
Same name. That's
Thank
interesting.
you.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
You look really nice.
Thank you.
Did you think
too.
you were going to meet someone
Wow.
on the show?
I mean, I'm really surprised.
Oh, John, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm just good. I'm chilling.
All right, guys. So today on the show, our topic is cohabitation. Is
Okay.
it good before marriage? All right. So let me even ask you. Let me start with the lady first. So,
Mhm.
have you ever been a cohabitor or a cohabitee?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
actually.
Which?
They
They were living with you. You were living with them.
No, I was living, not per se like living for. I was with him in a while,
Okay.
but I figured that it wasn't going well because to me, I feel like this cohabitation thing has to be mutual.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people might not really like it. They like the space. You understand? I was actually in search of my apartment, so I needed to stay with him. But other days I just come like 3 weeks, but not like in a long time. But like that period I was actually with him, and then I figured a lot of things, and I'm like, I mean, I was asking myself, is this the person that I said I want to be with? And I was really
Yes.
surprised, man. So, and then like the Bible says, the heart of a man is really very deep. You can never know everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you can never like to study a man. So as they say, to study a woman, like it has to be really big. But like to study a man, you can't know everything. But like when I was with him, I had to figure some things that, oh, were you really doing this stuff when I was visiting? But then I, because of that, because I stayed with him, I was able to figure it. But anyways, we're not still together. But like he didn't go well because I observed a lot of things and it wasn't right for me.
So would you do it again now? Should you meet someone new? Would you live with them?
I would still, but like that's why I said that with my ex-boyfriend, he didn't really go well. But like it's normal for you, especially when you have a future with the person or you feel like you want to start something with the person, you have to stay with the person for you to be able to know some kind of things. Because trust me, if you say you don't want to stay with a man or you don't want to cohabitate with a man, you probably might not know so much. So I feel
About
like
that.
cohabitation is really important.
Okay.
And I will try again. I'm not saying I'm not going to try it again.
All right. So Odion, let me
Yeah.
ask you, how important is cohabitation before marriage?
Okay, so the thing is, it's not a how would I put it now? You can't actually just say, okay, it's very important that you cohabit with your partner. You can also
Right.
not say you shouldn't cohabit with your partner. It's an agreement. But sincerely, who's this partner? What would you want to classify this partner as? Is it the person you want to end up with? If it's the person you want to get married to, yes, it's very important to cohabit with that person. You stay with that person, not necessarily moving entirely, pack all your clothes and whatever it is that you own into the person's apartment. But you could actually just be with the person, maybe visit during the weekend, spend like 3 days, 2 days. So you get to, I know it's not enough time to know somebody.
No, it's not.
It's not
Yeah,
enough time, but
yeah.
at least you get to see the things you don't see when you guys go out on those fancy days that you guys dress up and you're out together for like 2 hours. But you get to see that person in their moment. You get to see that person without the makeup, the lady without the makeup, the guy without
Their elements.
Their elements. You get to see that person.
Natural.
Yeah, so it's very important that you could, because I just feel like, even though you know this thing where people say a guy or a lady can pretend for 5 years just to get married to that person. Yes, I know that for sure, but it's also very important that you always crack. You always
Yes.
crack.
So how do you explain people who were living lovers
Okay.
for years and then they got married, and 2 years into the marriage, or let's say 5 years into the marriage,
Okay.
they now start to notice some things about their partners. These guys lived together.
So that's what I was saying. Let me play this scenario for you now. Say a guy knows this lady is a church woman. Okay, she's always in church Mondays to Sundays when she's not working. And he knows, if I smoke around her, it's going to be a turn off. So he says, okay, I can pull off not smoking around her when she's in my place. And he hides the smoking habit from her. Then they eventually gets married to her. Then it's like, okay, I've paid your bride price. Now you're my wife. So I can do anything I want to do. So one evening, they have an argument. The guy goes to the staircase and just lights a cigarette. And she's like, oh my God, you smoke? And he gives her the look like, So yeah, it happens. People. So cohabiting makes people see the other person for who they are, and it also makes you see if you're with a partner who's actually pretending. Even though some people can pretend, but
more
when
like
you now
compatible.
so after like 5 years, you now see the person and this guy does not wash his undies, or the lady wears one undie for 1 week,
1 month,
1 month,
I
and the
swear,
person is
it's
saying,
really important.
yeah. So you're like, but when we're dating, you were changing these things like every day, and I say, and now we are married now, I cannot be hiding anything from anybody now. It's fine if I don't change. And you're like, whoa, okay, sister, wow, 1 undie for 1 week.
You sound like there's a lot of experience. There's a place that this talk is coming from. So do you want to share with us just as she did?
No, it's not experience. I like their stories.
Tell us that your story.
It's not. No, Rachel, this is not about me. It is not.
It's about us.
It's not about me. I'm just talking about
Okay, is this
stories.
something you've tried before? Cohabitation.
Okay, so I've been with people. I like to host people. That's the kind of person I am. Yeah. Why are you laughing?
People.
When I mean people, like, okay, when I'm with someone, when I'm dating, I'd like for you to be around me.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
because I'm not all about, let's go see a movie, let's go. Yes, we'll go on those fancy dates, but yes, come on, let me see you now. Let me know if you snore.
Oh my God.
Let me know if you are okay with me doing this. Let me know there are things that I'll do that might irritate you. Let me see if you don't like those things, so if I can amend those things. Let me see the things that you don't like that I can change, and things that I don't like that I can change. Because that's when you're not serious with somebody, you don't even want the person to know where you live. But when you're serious with somebody, you want the person to come there, see where you live. I'm the kind of person that if someone is coming to see me in my house, I'm so sure that my house is going to be looking really good. Whether the person is going to be there, not there. So you know that, this guy actually is a very neat guy. So you come there and you know this is a neat person. So when I'm in this person's house, I have to behave myself.
You have to behave yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about religion. Yeah. We know that churches and other religious institutions, it's a no. When you talk about cohabitation, no. You cannot be with this person. True. They cannot see you finish and all of that. But a lot of people would like to argue that fornication is the reason they don't even want to hear about it. So do you think that fornication has anything to do with churches saying no to cohabitation?
Like you said, it's religion, and then it's fornication and all of those adultery thing. It's not good because it's religion. Even the Bible is one of the 10 commandments. But
what is one of the 10 commandments? Please tell me. I want to hear it.
Don't do this.
No, let's be sure that we're saying the same thing. What exactly is one of the 10 commandments?
And I said
to not fornicate.
Yes, now.
Yes. Especially when you're not married, obviously. So my thing is, we all know religion is there. Even when I was with my ex-boyfriend, my mama knows I go to his house. But obviously, she's not going to be like, my daughter, I'm sure you guys will do this, right? But that doesn't mean my mommy cannot like say, my daughter is already drifting out of God or something. But I mean,
I feel like when people say,
I've actually been with him,
Yeah.
and for like 2 weeks and nothing happened.
And then after the second week, let's be sure. It will still happen. It's just like the first 2 weeks.
Yes,
Oh
but
my
I'm
God.
just saying that because when you stay with a man, there's something they call see finish.
Wow.
Yeah, and it happens to ladies a lot of times. Men don't. I don't know. Ladies don't. I cannot say. My boyfriend cannot say, "Oh, this girl see finish," but I can actually say see finish based on some things.
Why?
and
some
Why?
things
Why?
like-
Why can't a guy see a
Yeah.
girl
I
and say?
know
Yeah.
he
See
might
finish.
not rub it, but guys rub it on our face. That's what I'm just
Okay,
saying.
guys do rub it. Is that what you're saying?
I think
Oh,
so.
okay.
I think so, especially when every time it has to be sex all the time.
Oh,
Because some
okay.
guys do that,
What
Yeah.
is
every
wrong
time.
with that?
Oh, you mean you don't have a problem with
Let's
that?
test the waters. Like, let's know what we're getting
Okay,
into. Because
so,
if you don't live with someone for
Yeah.
that long to try the sex, like go the
I was going to go
whole
there.
No, wait.
yes,
I
I'm
go
not
the whole
saying-
way. You would not even know what it would be like because you're thinking,
Oh my God.
if you cannot even do 2 minutes in 20 years, when my body wants more than 2 minutes, what am I going to do? So that's
So the thing is,
how to know.
the thing
But
is,
I have actually seen someone. I don't know if it's right for me to call Pastor Dami. You know Pastor Dami.
Yeah.
He got married to his wife. He didn't do anything to her. They got married.
like they didn't have sex before marriage.
Never.
yes, there.
Okay,
Okay.
Right. So
And did he give you feedback about how the
yes,
sex is
he
now?
always say they are very good. Like it's as if I know, after the wedding, God just, I don't know. The anointing was there actually.
No, you did
But
not.
they never had any experience and they got married
They
and
got
everything
married.
is good.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah, I
But
do.
where I'm just drifting at is about the see finish. You don't really have to do it every time. To me, you don't really have to do it every time. And the Bible says fornication, but like, honestly, I feel like it's really necessary to do it before marriage. So you
Okay.
actually know I don't know. That's why some marriages, that's where the cheating come. I'm not talking of Pastor Dami because that's a pastor anyways.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't experience this, if you don't see, how you gonna know?
Mm-hmm.
How will you? By the time you guys don't do it, I'm like, oh, let's just keep the, let's keep the devil side. Let's go to church side. Let's get married before it. How are you going to know if he's 1 minute type? And then at the end of the day, you find yourself cheating in the relationship. I feel it's necessary, but
Okay,
like,
so if the guy,
it doesn't have to be
guys
every
want
time.
me
Yeah.
to, so if the
Alright,
guys,
so-
so if the guys, I'm going to go on with the conversation,
Yeah.
but I just want to chip something. So if the guys 1 minute, so you're going to cheat on it because it's 1 minute.
well,
Oh.
people do that.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
now,
like, come on now. Everybody likes or love good sex.
Interesting.
Mhm.
All right, so there's something that she said about see finish that only men see women finish.
yeah.
Do you agree with that? Because I feel like there are women who also see men finish.
It's not.
What's your
It's
take?
not a one-way road. It's not
Yeah.
something that you just say, oh, the guys they see. Okay, because when you're talking about this whole cohabiting and sex, okay, so when couples cohabit, eventually they would have sex regularly, which is kind of healthy for the relationship, whether we
Yeah.
like it or not. Especially if it's going to end up at the altar. So when
Your
you
pastor
say,
is listening though.
so when you say, so when
and then
so when you say see finish, it's a two-way thing. So you said most of the times the guys they will rub it in on the woman. Yes, a guy would say, oh, because she lives with me now, I know what her body. I don't understand this theory where people say, because if let's put it this way, you're dating a woman that is probably a size 12.
Mhm.
yeah.
Tomorrow she's going to be size 12. If you take off the clothes in the dark, it's going to be size
Same
12.
body.
Right.
If you take it off when there's light, it's
Same
the same
body.
body. So there's nothing like see finish there. It's going to be the same person. Same thing for the guy. Whatever the guy's size is today is going to be the same
That's
size
not the see
tomorrow.
finish I'm talking
Wait
about.
now. Wait. I know where I'm heading. where
Right.
I'm heading.
Okay.
So when you people now start living together and everybody says, oh, she lives with me now, so she has access to my life, but I know what she looks like. She eats like this. She does like this.
Right.
So
Probably
now
snores in
snores
bed.
there. So I'm used to it.
Uh-huh.
Those are the things you want to know from your partner. That's why you guys are cohabiting. Those are the things that you want to see so that you know that, oh, this is the person I want to be with. It's not even, I don't see it as, it's the getting to know face. It's not the face where you wear the makeup and you guys are eating in one exclusive restaurant. That's not marriage or courtship or cohabit. What that's going to, it's the person you want to see when you wake up in the morning. How does she look like? How does it look like in the morning? How is this person's reaction? Is he a morning person? Is he a person who wakes up in the morning and doesn't want to talk to anybody till he showers, or a lady who wakes up in the morning and the first thing she's already playing, or is he a prayerful person or not, or is he a noisy? You know, those are things
How does
people
she
want.
handle situations?
You,
How does she
you
resolve
understand? Yeah.
conflicts?
So
and all
so
of
those
that?
are those are the things that people who cohabit actually aim to gain. That's for those that want to get married.
Yeah.
For those who are just dating, well, majority of it is just sex. We'll not even lie. You just want to have steady, constant, morning to night, anytime you are available sex. That's what those people are after. But for those that want to be together and end up as husband and wife,
Way deeper than that.
It's way deeper than
All right,
that.
so if he has mentioned some benefits
Right.
of cohabitation, in your opinion, what are some benefits of cohabitation?
Some benefits are, I don't know, he said almost everything, but benefit like, oh yeah, okay, you know that this man that you want to spend the rest of your life with, does he snore? You know, and snoring there, and then how does he use the toilet? You know, you need to like know all this stuff before you go into it. Like me, I'm sorry, whoever that is watching out there, I could literally break up with because he's snoring. I could literally leave a
Wow.
relationship because I don't like
But
it.
that's not his fault now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. So I can't pretend and be like, oh, because he's the love of my life, because he snores. Let me just
So I
manage.
have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
I have a problem when people say that I could break up with someone if he snores. So the problem is, why do you have to wait till you start dating them to find out that they snore? Because there's supposed to be that probation part where you get to know them, you get to maybe spend 1 or 2 nights with
You
them,
don't even-
not necessarily to have sex
Yeah.
with them. You'd find out that they snore. Why
But
do
you
you have
know
to wait
this-
till you
no,
become
but you
the
know
love of
this
my life
snoring
before
thing,
I
no.
find out?
But you know this snoring thing, you
Eh?
could be tired and snore.
Yeah.
That's different.
So you break if he snores because he's what if he snores all the time because he's tired?
And
Well,
Yeah.
the interesting thing about this is
Yeah.
Let me digress a bit. When you're talking about you're breaking up with someone because it snores, I feel
I
like,
can't
for example,
stand it.
I especially when I'm in a talking phase with a lady, I like to know everything before we even start to experiment anything.
right.
I will ask you.
Wait,
Who
so
will
you
tell you? So
literally
imagine we're on a date. You know, be like, do
exactly.
you snap? Be like,
No,
oh yes,
not
I
the
do.
first date now.
How?
Not
No.
the
How?
first date now.
Or do you open your mouth while you sleep? I would say
Why am I asking somebody? Do
You
you
are just
open
a
your
weirdo. Please tell us all the things that you don't like. Cause Ojon is like, this is getting personal. What are the things you don't like? So I'll see if Ojon can go to work on them. Please.
I don't snore. No, I don't.
Do you know I used
How
to
do
say
you
I don't
know?
snore? Let me give you
How
guys,
do you
tell you
know?
guys a short story. Let's just digress a little bit.
all right.
I used to say I don't snore this, you know, baby girl, pretty little, I mean, what did they, sleeping beauty, until one day I'd argued with my man like a lot of times, and then one day
Yeah.
I just woke up to a video and was like, look at yourself, bruh.
Oh my god.
If you see that video,
4.5
I'm not gonna be your woman
kV
crush no more.
generator.
Even me, I wasn't my woman crush in that moment. So these things
You should-
happened.
you should
I was
know.
I think you
tired.
were tired.
You don't know.
No.
You
You
should.
don't know these things. Yeah,
Wait,
you don't even know
wait.
that you sleep and open your mouth.
Wait, Audion,
you
did you
might not
say
even know that
you've
you
never
scratch
snored
your
before?
I
your
don't.
butt.
I sleep like a baby.
Wait, you say you've never snored before?
No.
I disagree, man. I'm
I
not gonna.
don't. I don't.
All right, so let's quickly go back to
Okay.
the benefits of cohabitation, as
Okay.
you were saying.
Oh yeah. And also conversation. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it takes someone to. I could have a conversation with you, but I might not be able to comprehend. You know. So like walking
But,
out
but
of.
that's on you, not on them, though.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm the kind of person that if I'm having a conversation with you
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe like you're trying to talk to me and then your voice is all, I could walk away.
Oh,
Right. So if you stay with that person, you'll be able to know that, oh, when you are having a conversation before you guys comprehend anything, oh, like he walks away or be like, oh, please, when you're calm, stop shouting. When you're calm, leaves and stuff like that. So I feel like all of those stuff, because we cannot have doing phone calls and, oh, let's meet somewhere.
have
It's
lunch,
always
dinner.
sweet. I've never seen
Yeah.
people go out and have quarrel outside.
Ah, they do.
They do.
They
Well,
do. You've not seen where
yeah.
they're
But
holding
well,
fights.
sometimes
Yes.
It was rare.
sometimes
It's rare. I
pretend,
get
like,
what
it's
you're
not
saying.
really-
yes.
yes,
Yeah, I get what
it's
you're
not
saying.
really
yeah.
everyday thing.
Yeah.
But at home, it could be like, oh, why is the dishes not washed? And then you'd be like, can't you wash it? Oh yeah, the last person, and then argument, stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, when I was, let me just go back to the see finish I talked about.
Yeah.
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 I really said that because when I visit, he does the dishes, right? It's not bad. It's not bad you do the dishes. When I'm done eating, I'll do mine because I like eat and wash. Why are you keeping it? Like, where's the who says I have to do the dishes? Who says I have to dress the bed?
Mhm.
When I wake up in the morning, I'm always leaving the bird first to the kitchen. and then he wakes up, he leaves it. You know, those are
So
the
this
things
is like
I
a
really.
regular, like, constant
Yes,
thing that he
and
used
then
to
I
do?
keep dressing it because me, I'm very, very organized. I keep dressing it, but then I found out that he doesn't do it. That's like, oh, okay, let her go do it, and then the dishes too, let her go do it. But before, when I was visiting, he does everything. So when I was staying with him, I noticed that was where all this was coming from. And if I talk, he'd be like, oh, like, are you having a problem with that? Like, are you being lazy? Are you a lazy woman? You know, stuff like that. That's what I mean by,
Right.
you know, that's what I mean by
Yeah.
see finish. Yeah, per se.
Okay, I
Yeah,
get
so,
you.
and then benefit as well, like, oh yeah, how does he poo and flush? I mean, I'm sorry, this is weird,
Wow.
but
I
like,
know.
this is really weird,
Yeah,
but
people do that.
this is really weird, but like,
It's not even weird, it's
I
disgusting.
have seen that after you're done bathing and then using the toilet, no, bathing per se, and then you're cleaning your towel, you're cleaning your body, and then you find out that there's poo in the towel.
Oh my goodness. Bruh.
Yes,
What?
you get, those are the things that the benefit is, you know, you have to.
That's
That's
very
just it.
graphic.
Like, you really have to.
Yeah.
But people are like that, you know,
Mhm.
and they'll be like, oh, I don't like using water. I don't like using, you know, I use tissue, but like, do you do it properly? And when I tell you, you'll be like, oh, that's not mine. But like, how is
Wait. I beg, is this your ex?
Is this your ex you're describing? Or
I don't-
I was
Because
going to
you
ask
just
you
said
to
because
say
yes.
and when I tell him,
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Ah!
Bruh, if you're watching this, I'm not
You're
Dale.
I'm
pissed.
sorry.
It's her Rachel, not my Rachel.
But I'm sorry,
Rachel,
but I'm
you're
not.
not
I didn't
Odion.
call any name. I've had a couple of exes, anyways.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like, I didn't mention anybody.
You know yourself.
No.
Right, let's just leave it at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the,
Yeah.
the cons. We've talked about the pros, like
Yes.
the benefits.
Mm.
Let's talk about the downsides, like, of cohabitation, Odion.
Okay, so yeah, we have so many downsides of cohabiting. One of the main downsides of cohabiting is see finish.
Oh yeah.
So
My
yeah,
point.
it's like you said, you know, it gets to a point where that's babe that you see every time you guys go out on the dates now is not wearing a wig.
Oh my
Nah, her
God.
hair has not grown for like 6 months, so she's still struggling. The hair is looking like Ralia. You know Ralia the book. So
I
the girl's hair is
know.
looking like Ralia's hair. So you're thinking, it's this sleek babe that posts one
We're
photo.
chasing that, yeah.
One babe that posts one photo and gets like 600 likes in 2 minutes. Look at the hair now, looking like one Ajoaya the witch or something like
Oh
that.
my goodness.
And you're like, no. Then maybe when she wears a very nice dress, her body is well put together. Now she has released the
Oh my
clothes.
God.
Now there's fupa, there's extra weight, and you're like, Then same goes for the guy. Then
Yeah.
the guy is always looking all touched. Then maybe he hasn't had a shave for like 2 days and is looking like one hungry guy, or probably snores and you know, stuff like that.
Or
So you
keeping
get to see
clothes
all
on the
those
floor,
things,
yeah.
and for those people who are not really accommodating, when
Mhm.
they see these things, it becomes like a turn off for them. Another downside of this whole cohabiting is when people that are very neat. So you go see somebody that's very neat, that has even the smallest book placed well. Then you go there, you carry the person's remote control, hang it here. You open a bottle of drink, you first take it to the kitchen, and you mess up the person's apartment. Now I'm talking about both sexes, not even just the
Yeah,
guy.
Oh,
or
yeah,
the
just
guy.
the guy.
Yeah, so you go to that person and you mess up the house, and the person is thinking, Madam Oga, before you came here, it was looking like this.
Yeah.
Now,
Together, yeah.
now you've turned the house upside down. Now you now start thinking, there are people that get irritated by little
So
things like
instead of
this.
getting irritated like that,
Yeah.
don't you think it would be better for you to have a conversation
See,
with them?
Rachel, there are people that you cannot talk to. you tell the partner, sorry, I don't like the way you
They
open
talk-
the
they
bottle,
take
and like,
offense.
oh my God, okay, if you don't want me to come to your house again, tell me I will not come again. Then that's another problem. Now you now start begging. The thing has now moved from why did you put the bottle to, oh, you don't value me in the relationship. Now you're talking of a different topic entirely. Some people do not listen. People don't take to advices. I feel like when you get all defensive when you try to tell them you have to do this and do that. So there's so many cons in cohabiting. Trust me,
Yeah.
there's so many of them. But at the end of the day, it boils down to two people wanting to be together, wanting to try new things out together,
Right.
and say, you know what, whatever it is, we are going to weather the storm.
All right. So talking about weathering the storm right now, do you think that cohabitation hinders marriage? Yeah, because you've seen this person finish. You have lived with them. All the benefits that have come with you waiting to get married, you don't do them. Una don't knock the knock tire. You have seen her without body magic. You've seen her without the hair. She has seen you. She has probably entered the bathroom where you're farting and you don't look
Oh my
your
God.
tummy. So everything is where you're pooping. I mean, so everything is upside down.
It's not upside
And there's
down.
no
It's the
reason
re-
for
it's
you
the-
to
it's-
want to
it's
continue.
It's the reality of life. So cohabiting will not make you see it. If you want to be with the person, you be with the person. So the thing is, those are things that you want to know about the person before you marry the person. Now, aside you wanting to know if the person is mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially okay before you settle down. Those are the basic things. You're going to be living with this person for the next 30, 40
Would you
years.
be able to
depending.
cope?
So would you be able to stand that guy's farts? Would you be able to stand that guy's or that lady's reaction to things, or if she's hot tempered when she's in the house, or the
Or
guy
when
like
the
or the
body
guy
changes
or
after childbirth.
exactly, or when the guy is watching TV, he likes it to be very loud, or when the lady is talking, she likes you guys to talk at a very low tempo.
Yeah.
So those are the things that you want to know. So if you say it's going to hinder marriage, if it's going to be one of the factors
So
that
what I mean is
Yeah.
there are some people who live together.
yeah.
Right.
And because there's no rush, you see this person every time, you don't feel like you need to propose to them
Yeah.
because they're there, because you see them every day. So why am I
That person-
rushing to
that-
get
that
married
person-
to them?
that
That's
pe-
what I
That
mean.
person is talking to another person.
You now become Lord of the Rings.
that person is talking to another
Not
person.
necessarily.
It is.
Not necessarily.
That
For
person is
real.
That person is talking to another person, because I don't see why you've told somebody, oh, I love you. You've been on that person's case for 2 years, 3 years now, because you've seen the guy's full power, you've seen the guy's in his elements. Now you now feel like I can't be with this person now because we've been together for years. No, you want to be, because for me, basically, the angle I'm going from this cohabitation is people that want to get married.
Mhm.
It's not people that are
Genuine love.
dating,
Yes.
because people that are dating, of course, you can always switch girlfriends and boyfriends now if you're not serious.
So are they not dating to get married?
Come
'Cause you
on.
said people that are
If
dating.
there are people who just date for dating sake.
There are people who are in a relationship.
In a relationship, they had
Committed.
committed because they know they want to get married.
All right, so let me ask
Oh
you
my
the
God.
same question that I asked them.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you think that cohabitation hinders marriage? Does it prolong the process?
I'm not married yet, but so I'm not really
She's
sure.
not married yet.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I probably might get the answers right, but
Yes.
I
You-
feel
you
it
have
doesn't.
friends, you've read stories.
Yes,
you've-
but I think
yes.
it doesn't actually.
Hmm.
Because like if there's really genuine love, like according to what audience said, he said there's dating, there's fiance, there's
Committed relationship.
exactly.
and-
So like if it's like the committed relationship, it doesn't have to hinder anything. You guys, I mean, for some people, like the fact that she's even there and all of those stuff, it's even
Yeah,
fascinating. Like,
fastens
oh
it,
yeah, I
yes.
can't wait to. And then also like nobody's perfect. You could bring a girl today, she's doing this, she's doing that, and tomorrow that same person is not doing the same thing but doing another thing. So you can never get a perfect girl. You can never, same as you can never get a perfect guy.
Yeah.
But like obviously when you don't like something, it's very wise to have a conversation. Oh please, I don't like this stuff. I like my kitchen being neatly. When I'm cooking, I like to wash and cook, like cleaning
Okay,
and
now,
cooking,
wow.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
but-
Also, you have problem, you.
Why would
You
they have
get
a problem?
problem.
Why do you have a
Be
problem?
like, I see you when this show start now, like now you don't lean back, say okay.
I'm
be
a
like,
very,
say-
no. I'm a very, I don't
I
have
just
power.
enter you.
So yeah, I like it. So like and then when he's in the kitchen, he's all messed up.
Mm.
So because of that, I'll be like, I'm not supposed to. I could just tell him that, babe, you know how I do this. Why can't you just do the same thing? It's really not that hard. But then if he doesn't listen and then he maybe is yelling at me or blah blah blah, then that might not work for me.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
But like I just feel like if two people are genuinely in love, they would understand each other. And I mean, it's really not that hard. It's really not
Yeah.
that deep. But because I just feel nobody's perfect.
Mhm,
My turn off
absolutely.
is snoring. I said it again, I'll say it again. That's
Mm.
just it. Because
Snoring.
if
Rachel
I
doesn't like guys
say
that snore. She's not
I
married.
could understand he's tired, right? And they have some pills you can actually use or some stuff you can
She's
use
really
to like.
she's
Omo,
really,
this
she's
is-
really pushing this
this is
this
deep.
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Like she doesn't
If-
like
if-
it at all.
No, I don't like it. So like
Alright.
if I say, oh, because the current person I'm dating right now snores like every day in 30 months, like in 30 days of the month, like he does it like 20 times.
Wow.
Okay, like I'm like, oh, should I just marry this guy? And every time I'm sleeping in another room. It's then the marriage is not really, it's
going
not
to
really
work.
working.
Yes, it's not going to work.
So like, if I'm not able to like handle it right now,
Yeah.
then I don't have to.
Yes,
Because I can't help it. Because
Yeah.
there are some people that are just that is their bad habit. It's actually a bad habit.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys agree with me though, but like it's actually a bad habit.
I do not agree with you.
You think it's not a bad habit?
I don't like people who snore too, but I feel like it can be
Snore is
managed. I feel like it can be
not
managed.
bad
All right,
habit.
guys, we could go on and on and on with this topic
Right.
for today. But before we go, it's been a very interesting
Right,
one. I've learned some
exactly.
things from you, and I've also learned some things from John. But before we go, I'd like to know what your last words are regarding cohabitation. To someone out there who is actually considering this, they've met the one and they want
Right.
to know, should we try this or should we just take that step and just have faith that it would turn out well? So, John, last words to people who want to cohabitate.
Okay, so I'm not going to sound like a pro or something, but I'm just going to say this. If you want to cohabit or know your partner better, it's fine if you want to live, if you want to visit and spend maybe weekends, but not necessarily moving entirely with that
Right.
person, because it's not safe for your own self. It's
Right.
it's not entirely a very great idea, but you could actually be a regular visitor to that person's apartment. Yeah, say spend the night, 2 nights, 3 nights, but not become a regular. You know, like the neighbors now know you as a person
And
living
still
with
don't
that.
come.
Yeah, because I used to have neighbors who lived together, and the guy practically used to beat this babe every other day, and it was a terrible thing. Yeah, so yeah, but just do your thing. If you feel like you cannot even cohabit with anybody, it's fine. When you guys not get married and you now see that you don't like this, you will not be visiting a marriage counselor to sort out your marriage.
All right, you, Rachel.
To anybody out there that is really confused about the cohabitating stuff, I feel like you should just do what works for you.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, when I started talking, it has to be mutual. Yeah, I'll just use this as an example. My friend, she's dating a guy right now, and the guy's already printing picture, like of a frame in front of the TV.
Of both of them.
Just her, like.
Oh.
So that kind of guy and stuff like that, that kind of guy wants her to come in.
Moving.
Right?
Nice.
So like it has to be mutual. You're supposed to know that, oh, does this man really want me around all the time? If I come there and I'm like, oh babe, I'm leaving, how does it feel? Stuff like that. But like I wouldn't say come stay 1 week, 1 month, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
But I just feel like cohabitation is necessary. It's really important, you know, because you wouldn't want to say, oh, because we're like, oh no, it's a no for me, don't stay. And then at the end of the day, you just don't stay and get married and be like, oh my God, I thought they said I shouldn't, you know. So I feel it's best for you to do what works for you, you know. But importantly, you have to get your place. It is some people like, I mean, the white people does that a lot, or they just move in. They stay 2 years, 3 years until sometimes they even get pregnant, you know.
Baby,
yeah, it's not a problem. But for us Africans, I feel like as a girl, you're supposed to have your own place. Instead of staying the entire year or month with your man, just, you know, sometimes he might not work and stuff like that, might not really go where, maybe contract, and he doesn't feel like, just go home, right? Go stay in a while. That doesn't mean you will not text him or make him feel better, but like space. Yes, space.
Very important.
So if you want to cohabitate with any man, it's best you have your apartment as well, instead of, oh no, I don't want to rent an apartment, I just want to move in with him. You know, that's what I feel like I would say about it.
Alrighty, thank you so much, guys,
Thank
for
you.
being a part of the show today. So we have given our hot takes. It's time for you to get in the comment section. Let us know what you think about this topic, cohabitation. Is it a good thing? On that note, we've come to the end of hot takes for today. My name is Rachel Isaac, and I've been hanging out with Rachel and Odion.
Yeah.
See you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.